Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I am Clementine, and as always, I am Super Saiyan. But never mind that. In this video, we're going to be doing some tracing and cutting and sanding and more tracing and more cutting and sanding and drilling and cutting and sanding and routing and sawing and cutting and sanding. Rounded out with just a bit more tracing, cutting, and sanding to show you guys how I made the templates for the 58 Barnwood Burst project from scratch for absolutely free using nothing but garbage. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, stay tuned. And I ain't never gonna do this again, so today's video is brought to you by GuitarBuildingTemplates.com. Templates to build your guitar accurately since 2002. These guitar templates are CAD drawn and laser cut with 1/4" MDF for accuracy and durability. Every stage from CAD to cut is done in-house. They got classic telly, humbucker telly, baritone telly, thinline telly, custom telly, deluxe telly, double hum telly, hybrid telly, 50 strats, 60 strats, super strat, even 7 strings, Jazzmaster, single cut, double cut, SG, Junior, Firebird, V's, Explorers, 335s, Red Special Complete Kit, and several modern guitars. But what if you're a slapper and you play the bass? They got all the classic 4 strings and even a modern 5 with options. So if you want to save hours building guitars, go to GuitarBuildingTemplates.com. And viewers of the channel can apply coupon code HEAVYMetalATC15 for 15% off at checkout. Thank you, GuitarBuildingTemplates.com, for sponsoring the channel. Let's get back to some content.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So, if you do decide to set out the arduous task of building your own templates completely from scratch for free using garbage, the most obvious, common sense, and direct approach to copying a guitar body shape may seem to be lay the guitar body down and trace it. But against common sense, this may prove to be wildly inaccurate due to the edge of the guitar being radius. As well, you may not have an example of the guitar you wish to copy. So if you have the basic dimensions of the body, and you can usually find these online, you can also find a PDF of a clear outline of the body or even a picture of a rare guitar online. Put that up on a big screen and use the Ghetto Fabulous light table method and put you 4 pieces of paper taped together, stick it on there. Then you just trace the guitar outline, but it's not nearly as easy as it sounds. Obviously, you have to use a tape measure and resize the picture over and over again and remeasure until you get it to the exact right dimensions before you ever start tracing in the first place. Then when you start tracing, it's quite tough to keep a felt tip pen. You need something soft so you don't ruin your TV, but it's a lot harder than you think to stay on that line. If you find that you can, though, once you pull it off of there, you can just sit down and cut it out like we used to do in school all the time. If you have a guitar to check, it's the greatest thing to throw it on top of there and see if it's not exactly the same size. Once again, the edge will be radius, so check the sides. Now you can use this template as a size reference and fill in all the pickup routes and all the knob and bridge pin locations, etc., etc. This also gives you a proper size reference for your neck templates, but my personal suggestion is get all the templates you can find for whatever guitar you're building and cross-reference them against each other. Once I verified that this body blank would indeed work with this template, I decided to start making my master template. And since I said I'm making all this out of garbage for free, I'm going to explain where every piece of wood came from. This piece of plywood is from one of my grandmother's little puppy cribs where she raised racing greyhounds and show dogs for like 30-40 years. If anything has mojo, this piece of wood has mojo. It was a couple $1 million worth of puppies raised on this piece of wood. Anyway, I have to get this master template just perfect. These will be the hardest bandsaw cuts of this whole template making deal because I'm having to cut inside of this black Sharpie line and then make sure that when I'm done, just a little bit of it will be showing. And when I place my template over top of my master wood template, you can see how close it is, but you can still see a little Sharpie. So now I have to take the belt sander and the little bench sander and start rounding it out and working everything around until it just right when that black Sharpie line disappears. And as I said, this master template is the most important template of the whole deal because all the other templates will be made off of this template, and since I made this template by hand, none of these templates will be exactly like any other Les Paul template that you could find anywhere. They're all going to be slightly unique. Unlike the perfectly uniform laser cut templates from guitarbuildingtemplates.com. Sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding. I told y'all I ain't never doing this again. Now we can mark a center line. Use this master template to start marking out our working templates out of this piece of 3/4 inch plywood, which is an old sign. The person that worked in the shop before me apparently made signs, and this was one that was left over. And I decided to go ahead and do 2 at once, so I just ripped this in half with a skill saw so it could fit in the bandsaw. And as far as that goes, these don't have to be cut nearly as precisely as that first one, and you can do all this with a jigsaw if you need to. But I'm sure y'all know it don't really go that fast. It takes about 8 minutes a piece. Anyway, now I can start clamping my master template to these other 2 templates. And I decided I'm going to secure the whole system with 2 sheetrock screws that I have placed in the neck tenon and the bottom pickup route places. Oh yeah, I forgot I wrote that word on there. Now that sharp looking Mark fellow's gonna come kick down my damn shop door in like a black leather jacket and be like, "You traced an Epiphone, didn't you?" Yes sir, and then I clamped those 2 templates to the table and used a bottom bearing router bit to make a copy. I have to spin the template around several times because I have it clamped on the corner of the table because I was too lazy to rig up a proper jig. But I ended up with a pretty decent little stack of templates that are all almost the same size. A copy of a copy is never the same, ever. But anyway, to make the channel for the wires to go through the body, I need a template for that. I take a regular piece of like shelf board and just screw it down to the template at an angle between the 2 places that I marked, obviously using the paper. Then since I can't really see around this piece of shelf board and I'm pretty much blind, I stab the router in the 2 end points to make holes there so I don't get, you know, outside the bounds, outside the lines, and then I just routed a big line in between them. And now we have the first cut done on the first working template. And you can hear the crickets in the background already. So after that, I gotta take this paper template and start cutting out all the lines that are gonna be the next route to get these control cavity, switch cavity, all these other things done. And you can see how insanely complicated a Gibson design is. These guitars seem like they were built by a crazy person, but according to this guitar book that I have, Orville Gibson was actually locked in an insane asylum. Sometimes people don't understand genius, really, I think. And now I'm sad. But anyway, I can trace this out using the template now on the other template. Then cut it all out on the scroll saw. Then of course it's lots and lots of rasping and sanding. It was at this point I stepped outside the shop to find a large low-flying aircraft that made absolutely no sound, but don't ask, don't tell. So I stepped back inside and go to cutting out some more of my templates here. This time I'm doing the control cavity covers and also the humbucker routes, and I'm using the actual humbucker to make sure that they were exactly the same size, because this is actually the first reference I have besides that guitar body that I was in the direct dimensions, which is another reason you would buy templates instead of building them yourself. I mean, you literally probably have to have the same letters as me to think about doing it like this. For whatever reason I did it like this. I don't know, it's a feeling thing. And speaking of that, like the piece of wood that I use for this next template is the cabinet door from the first house that my wife and I ever had together after we got married and moved out, like right after school. So now I just easily and simply cut that down to size on the bandsaw, screw the template to it, take it back to the bandsaw, cut it back down to close to the size of the template, and then use the router bit to go around it and make it exactly the same size as the template. Then I can take the template off of it, and now I'm ready to trace the paper template. And once I get the template marked out, which, I mean, that turned out great, I'm gonna have to drill a bunch of holes, and some holes, and more holes, and then drill a whole bunch more holes. And the reason for all them holes is the scroll saw. With this tool, you can put the blade through one of those holes, take it and hook it back up inside there, tighten it back up, and then start cutting that hole, be it a pickup route or a control cavity hole. Then take the blade back off when you get done, move to the next one, and do it again. Then once you get all those holes cut out, of course, you guessed it, more rasping and sanding. And then maybe even more sanding. Usually there is. Same story with the neck templates. Basically, these were the hardest ones to trace in the beginning because of all the straight lines. And you can probably suss out you got your side neck profile on the left and then front facing neck profile on the right. And they're pretty easy to sketch out on this plywood, but then once again, they're pretty hard to cut out on the bandsaw because all them straight lines. But screw that side profile, did he cut a Gibson headstock? Well, yes and no. I mean, I cut a Gibson headstock so accurately that the left side horn is taller than the right side horn because the way they used to route them from left to right and the corner would get eaten off. All the old 50s ones are that way. I didn't put the open book on it. It's just a little round circle. I mean, but if it gets chipped once the guitar gets made. I also didn't know exactly what to do with the neck tenon at this moment, so I just left it as optional with a long neck tenon and the edges of my fretboard still there, so I'll be able to use it for measurements. Then of course, these required a lot of sanding, being as that it's so hard to cut a straight line with a bandsaw. I had to use that sanding beam and just really put it to them and they ended up great. It was a hell of a lot of work. I mean, really. But as you can see, they turned out the right size. They're exactly the same as my paper anyway. And now I got all the templates that I need to continue the project. But believe it or not, this is not all the templates that you need to build a 50s style single cut project. You need more than this. And I know somebody's gonna ask, they do have a full kit at guitarbuildingtemplates.com. Heavy metal ATC 15 for 15% off. So that just about does it for this video. And if you found this entertaining or educational in any way, please like and maybe subscribe. Because next time I'm gonna take them neck templates, I'm gonna spray paint them onto a big white oak 100-year-old board, throw that baby up into the bandsaw and turn it into a Gibson style neck, where we then proceed to test it thoroughly for authenticity. Oh, am I getting paid to say guitarbuildingtemplates.com? No. I just get 15% off all the templates when I use Heavy Metal ATC 15 at checkout on guitarbuildingtemplates.com. And if you guys do it enough, then he might give me some free templates from guitarbuildingtemplates.com. Then I can build guitars if I keep saying guitar builders, guitarbuildingtemplates.com. If you're still sticking around, thank you so much for your time, guys. I appreciate it. Till next time. Peace.